Hello friends, and welcome back to another MikroTik Canada tutorial. With the MTCNA Home Lab ready, it is time to learn about the most basic and very useful troubleshooting tools in RouterOS. In this video, we'll be reviewing the ping tool to know what it is and how it works. First of all, what is ping? To answer this question, we must first understand the concept of ICMP, or Internet Control Message Protocol. ICMP is a supporting protocol within the Internet Protocol Suite. Network devices use ICMP to provide operational information and send error messages that aim to tell you of the success or failure of communicating with another IP address. For instance, when you receive a message indicating a service is unavailable or a host cannot be reached, you're receiving these messages through ICMP. These control messages are categorized based on different types and codes, and by referring to each type and code number, you'll be able to understand what that error message is. It should be noted that some of these message types and codes have become obsolete. Now, ping is a diagnostic tool that comes in the form of a software and helps you test the reachability of a host on an IP network. It measures the round-trip time for messages sent from a source address to a destination address that is then echoed back to the source. Ping sends ICMP echo request packets to the target host and waits for the ICMP echo reply. Whether or not the source receives the echo reply, ping provides you with error reports, packet loss info, and statistical summary results. If you recall the subject of RouterOS packages that we touched upon some sessions ago, you can refer to MikroTik's wiki and find ping in the RouterOS package types under the Advanced Tools package. You can also see this by referring to the System menu and the Packages submenu in Winbox. The Advanced Tools package is one of the default packages that comes pre-installed on RouterOS. In any given network, based on the position of your device of choice within that network, you can have upstream and downstream networks. For instance, if we start working on the class access point, the upstream network will include the main internet switch as well as the subnetworks and IP hosts from which the class AP is receiving connectivity, whereas the downstream network consists of the trainee router and the trainee PC to which the class AP is delivering connectivity. When using ping, we'll be sending a number of packets to each IP host to see what type of echo message we receive in return. It is important to note that each of these ping packets, using ICMP as its protocol, has a source address and a destination address. Also, each ping packet exits your source device from the out interface and reaches your target device through its in interface. To learn more about ping packets, look up the topics Ethernet frame and IPv4 on the internet. To access the ping tool on Winbox, we refer to the Tools menu and the Ping submenu. In the General tab, the first field allows you to type in an IP address, which is actually the destination address. Also, you can choose which interface is used to send out the ping, that is, you can select your out interface. In the Packet Count field, you can select the number of ping packets you wish to send, and the Timeout field determines the interval between each pair of ping packets. By clicking on Start, you can see that your ping is now running and you receive ping results. This is a typical results table of a successful ping. Time is the round-trip span of each packet. Reply size is the packet size of each echo reply, and TTL, which stands for time to live, is a value on an ICMP packet that determines how many times a ping packet can be touched by different routers. Each router that touches the packet decreases the TTL by 1, and in case the TTL reaches 0, the packet is discarded. Moreover, by clicking on New Window, you can open a new ping window and start multitasking by pinging 2 or more IP hosts simultaneously, a feature which comes in pretty handy when troubleshooting a network. Now, going back to the ping window, we also have the Advanced tab, which gives you a number of other options and values. In this tab, you can first determine your source address that will be generating the ping. Also, you can determine values for the outgoing packet size and a few other options that we'll talk about in the future. Now, as an example, in case your ping is unsuccessful for whatever reason, This will be a typical result table in which the ping time and status come back with timeouts. In Winbox, you can also use New Terminal to use the ping tool. Once you open the New Terminal window, you can type in the command /ping to receive the list of available commands. Basically, to use ping in New Terminal, simply type /ping and click enter, and you'll be provided with the next line where you can input your destination address. As you can see, we'll start receiving the ping results in separate lines, and for every set number of results, you will also receive a short summary. Finally, to use the ping tool on your computer, you'll need to use the command prompt. Simply click on the Start menu, type the letters CMD, and click on the command prompt application. Here, you'll need to write the intended commands. You can first write the command ping to receive the list of commands you can use for ping. $S is the option you'll need to determine a source address. To ping an IP address from the PC using a specific source address, simply write ping followed by $S, the intended source IP address, and the destination IP address of your choice. In case of a successful ping, you'll receive the necessary information similar to what is shown here. Thank you again for joining us, everyone. We hope you found this video useful. Stay tuned as we will be using ping in practice in our next session. As always, write your questions in the comment section and subscribe to our channel if you like. See you next time.